Excuse me. Christine, I'm ready for you now. Sorry about that.
Okay.
How's your week been going?
Pretty good.
Been enjoying the weather?
Yeah.
While it lasts, right?
Yeah. Today it's supposed to get colder again.
Sorry, alright. Excellent. So to kind of get things started off, tell you a little bit about us. We're a 22-year-old company here in the Phoenix area. We've been around for about a year and a half, 2 years. Grown really rapidly, one of the really rapidly growing club actually. We already have about 1,200 singles signed up in the area, active members. Excuse me. So we're always growing, you know, a lot of new people. You can meet everybody in the club if you wanted to.
Right.
We're not a dating service. So, and what that, we kind of get that reputation, I think, because so many people, you know somebody that met their mate here, or,
right.
met somebody that they are dating. And I think that happens because, when you're in a natural environment where you're having fun first, and just doing things you like to do with people that, are like you and are all financially stable and so forth,
Right.
you can kind of build relationships at any pace that's comfortable for you,
Right.
You have that outlet, you can take it to that level if you want to. But we're not a dating service,
Right.
Nobody's ever going to fix you up or anything like that, which is really great. We provide
stress off of it.
exactly. There's no pressure or
Right.
anything like that. So kind of what we're going to do here today is I'm also a member, so it's a benefit for me and you because ask me about the events. I go to them, I use it. My brother's in the club, for example. So ask me about the people, anything. What kind of events do we do? So anytime throughout, ask me any questions, but also because we want to make sure everyone who joins the club, I'm not even allowed to invite you to join the club. It is invitation only. I'm not even allowed to invite you to join the club unless I think that you A, fit with our group, and B, you're here for the right reasons.
Right.
And that you'll get something out of us. What you're looking for, you'll actually be able to receive. That we can give you that.
Right.
So what I'm going to do is, I want to capture a lot of your words. I want to find out, why you're here, why now, and at the end of this, your job is simple. Find a home, then we'll get you signed up. And if not, then, I'll answer all your questions. Fair enough?
Okay, yeah.
Excellent. And to kind of start us off, do you have 3 IDs?
Yes.
Okay,
I hope that those will work.
Oh, yep, these
Okay.
work. Usually just like debit or credit card or even a checkbook.
Okay.
Oh, look at that. Cut all my nails off so I can't even grab things off the table. So what's an occupational therapist do?
It depends on who you're working with, like what age range you're working on. I work with kids, so I work on a lot of like self-care skills and like fine motor, visual motor skills.
Okay. I worked with a therapist like that back when I was a child. I have something called OLP, Ordinal Linguistic Personification. It's like when 2 of your senses are tied together in one.
Oh.
Yeah.
So that's interesting.
I had a massive speech problems when I was a kid, so I had to work with them. I think so. It's probably.
Well, you might have had a speech therapist then.
Oh well, it was more like developmental and life skills and all sorts of stuff because it was just made me socially inept.
Oh.
Fair enough. But otherwise, anyways, so Christina, let me ask you: in the perfect world, what would you get out of events and adventures?
I really want some friends, because I don't have any friends here. I know the people that the kids' parents that I work with, but because I work in the home, the kids' homes, that's the only people I know, and I don't meet other therapists. I don't have any other real friends here, besides my kids' parents, and so, and they all have their own families, and they're all busy with them, themselves, and so.
Why not? What happened? Why don't you have friends?
Oh, because I moved out here 5 years ago and to be with my significant other that no longer exists.
How long have you guys kind of been?
She broke up with me 2 months ago.
2 months ago.
So, and I had actually heard about you guys before we broke up, and I had wanted to start it, but because it was a singles only thing, I was like, well, it's not technically single, so, but I wanted the friendship, part of it. So.
Okay, so that's your main things. You don't have anybody to kind of do things you like to do with.
Yeah. I like hiking and camping and things like that, but I'm not gonna go by myself. So.
So how do you currently meet people? I mean, what do you do to meet people?
I don't. I work all the time. I've kind of just engaged myself in working and.
Explain that a little bit.
Explain what,
so are you just working? Do you meet people at work?
I don't. Well, like I said, I don't meet anybody. I treat the kids that I treat.
The kids and the parents.
Yeah.
So you have more of like acquaintances, no real close friends.
Yeah.
What about when you were in your relationship? Did you girls go out?
Well, we did. We went out sometimes, but it was just like for dinner or things like that, the movies.
But you never, it was kind of like a couples thing. It was never really like go out and mingle and meet other people. No. Okay. So
she had a few friends, but it was, I was kind of the tag along, so.
Tag along, so. Kind of want to spread your own wings. Why now? I mean, what has kind of made you? I mean, it seems like obviously just out of your relationship, but besides that, why now?
Like I said, I wanted to do it before now, but I didn't really. Because I wasn't single, yeah. So.
Okay, great. So I guess because what do you currently do right now to go out? How do you meet people? What do you do now? Like, do you go out you don't go out with anybody? How many times a month do you go out?
What do you consider go out? Because I haven't.
How many times do you go out to dinner? Do you, none?
No.
Okay, so you're really looking.
Yeah. I've been told by my therapist that I need to start doing things for me. So. Doing
things for yourself, okay.
Yeah.
So is that kind of where you thought this would be something you could start to do for yourself? That avenue where you could meet people and start to do things. Because it sounds like you're in that kind of rut we all get into, that cycle where you haven't been doing things you want to do. You haven't been putting yourself out there in those avenues to meet new people that even like the things you want to do. How long have you been in that cycle?
4 years or so. So pretty much since I moved out here, because all of my friends are on the East Coast, so and I go visit them when I can, but I can't go back there every month or
So do you have friends you could call up and go out with right now, or no?
Not really.
Okay, well, so but you do have friends.
I've got friends on the East Coast.
It's just
they're not here.
Yeah, and it's just kind of finding people that have similar interests, similar lifestyles, and it's don't feel like you're the only one, because Phoenix is so spread out. You're not necessarily going to find the love of your life. People you get along with at your local bar, or wherever. We're going to touch California one day, so who knows? Okay, so you're really looking to meet new people. You want to get out there and start living your life, and do more things for yourself.
Take a little stress off of not having to, I don't want to, I think I've gotten into a rut where I'm trying to make myself less lonely by working all the time, and I don't think that's a very healthy way to live.
Definitely not. It's so easy to kind of make those compromises and put that on the back. You let yourself trick yourself for so long. How long have you been doing that?
Taking the work as
not
for 20 months now. My brother was killed in August of last year, so not this past year, but the year before that. So pretty much since then.
Sorry to hear that.
Yeah.
So, and then got out of your relationship shortly after that?
Well, it was a little over a year after that. It was 18 months after that.
Okay. So, finally kind of hit rock bottom, there's nowhere to go.
Well, that's what I keep thinking. And then the rock bottom falls out again, but
So, But you're doing the right things, and you understand you need to make that get out there and have friends. it's impossible to do stuff like that on your own, and it's smart that you know that you need that happening.
Yeah.
And you know, one thing that everybody loves, and everyone always tells me at all our events, they love it. You know, you don't have to worry anymore about calling people up, or you know, going to find people that do things you want to do, or you know, renting a boat if you want to go whitewater rafting or camping with us. You know, you don't have to find people, you don't have to clean up, you know, any of that stuff. You know that when you do have free time, regardless of your schedule, regardless of your life, regardless of, you know, all that stress and all that stuff, that you're going to have a safe environment where you can go hang out with people your own age that already like to do the things you want to do, you know, and on top of that, everybody here is, you know, single. Everybody here has genuine feelings about, you know, finding somebody they want to share their life with and, you know, take it to that level. And it's a huge benefit, you know, because in the real world, you know, you have not only all that pressure. I'm not one of those people that can turn it on at a bar.
Right.
You know?
Yeah, I'm
like,
not a bar
person. Myself,
Yeah.
So you're not a bar person.
No.
So you don't use the bars. I mean, what other avenues have you tried to meet people?
The only places I've ever really met people that I like or, you know, fall in love with or whatever is school, work, and, I mean, work right now, obviously work is not an avenue, but school, work, and Girl Scouts. Those have been my 3 activities throughout life.
Right.
So.
You know, and everyone always says, you know, if you don't meet somebody in high school or in your activities,
Yeah.
you don't meet them at work, or you don't have an avenue like you know, where work's even viable, kind of SOL, you know?
Yeah.
And it stinks. And, you know, again, that's what is so great about ENA and events and adventures is because we provide that avenue, you know, but I'll be honest, you know, I can't do it all myself, you know, Christine. Yeah, like when I was sitting in that chair, you know, getting interviewed, I was thinking to myself, you know, it sounds too good to be true. It sounds too good to be true. And, you know, it kind of is because, you know, I can plan 500 events every month and I can make sure there's going to be quality people and I can make sure it's a fun environment. But if you don't show up and put a smile on your face, you're never going to get anything out of it. You're never going to have friends. You're never going to, you know, not like you're never sorry. You'll never break it out of it, you know, and like, I'll be honest, you know, I expect you to be a good member because I want to walk you through it. Imagine going to, you know, a new member meeting because it can be scary going, I don't care who you are, it's scary going into a room of 20 people you don't know that you've never met before. So in all of our member meetings, all of our events, you know, we do 30 to 50 events a month. All of them have a member host. Like I'll host events after a while in the club, you know, and you're comfortable. You can even host events if you want. You know, it's a choice. It's a lot of benefits, and we'll get into that later. But you'll go up and, you know, you'll see somebody like yourself or like me, and they'll go, oh, hey, you know, Christina, I'm George. And you'll go, oh, yeah, this is my first one. Or you'll probably come up and you'll be like, you'll see a group of people, and you'll be like, it has to be them. And you'll be like, and we'll be like, events and adventures. And you'll be like, yeah, I'm Christina. And we'll be like, hey, I'm George. And, you know, I'm gonna take you over. I'm gonna say, hey, Barb, this is Christina. Or, hey, you know, John, this is Christina. It's our first event. And John's gonna go, oh, hey, Christina, what were you excited about the most about joining ENA? And you're gonna go, oh, camping. I'm a big camper. And, you know, you can't go camping by yourself. Or you're gonna go whitewater rafting. And he's gonna go, oh, we went whitewater rafting on Saturday. You missed it.
Darn.
Yeah, exactly. But you know why I know John and Barb are gonna do that? Because they sat in that chair 6 months ago, and I told them the same thing. And, you know, I expected 6 months when I come up and I bring Stacy up to you and I say, hey, you know, Christina, this is Stacy. It's her first member meeting. You know, I expect you to go.
Right.
Oh, what were you excited to join? What did you join for? You know, because we all are professionals. You know, and we're not a cliquey environment, which is so great. I kind of tell people it's kind of like high school without the drama. Because when you get to do things, you know, and you're having fun naturally, like we went trampoline dodgeball. Have you ever played trampoline dodgeball, Christina?
No.
Have you ever seen anybody frown on a trampoline in the first place?
No.
Right? The walls in this place are trampolines. And you're in this place, you know, with 25, you know, single professional people that are all wanting to have fun and have a good time. Jumping off the walls, you know, I'm chucking balls in your face, you're bouncing off the wall, doing the matrix, you know, who knows? And that's, you know, when you're having fun like that, try not to have fun, you know? That's when you see where this guy is, you know, maybe or the girl, you know, you can see what's going on. You go, maybe I want to talk to this person. Maybe we have a lot in common. And you can take it to that level. And the great thing is you can do it at any pace that's comfortable for you. There isn't going to ever be any pressure. And you also have that safety net to know that these people are financially stable. That these people are, if they say they're a doctor,
they're not creeps.
if they say they're a doctor, they're a doctor. Yeah. If they, they're going to tell you if they have kids, they're going to tell you all that stuff. 100%, they're not creeps. Have you tried online dating?
Mm-hmm. I haven't stopped doing it. I'm still registered on different sites, but it's not pulling up anybody really. It's kind of useless.
Kind of useless, fair enough. What about your horror stories? Do you have any horror stories?
No, I don't have any horror stories yet. Except for, I did have a 55-year-old try to get a hold of me. I'm like, yeah, no, delete.
Fair enough, and then you try again, you're lucky there. Okay, so kind of go into that a little bit more. What is your experience online?
I guess I started it a couple days after Chris broke up with me, but it hasn't. I guess there were a few matches that pulled up, and I did the expensive one, the eHarmony one, I pulled up a few matches, and I tried replying to 2 of them, and they never replied back, and so meanwhile, $140 was out the window, and so I started Plenty of Fish this weekend. I found that out from a friend. So
you try. I mean, you're open to new things, which is good. It sounds like you're open to anything, and so you're out there. You're looking. So I mean, do you want to? I mean, obviously nobody wants to be alone.
Yeah.
So ideally, I mean, when would you want to? I mean, kind of.
Whenever, yeah.
Whenever. So do you think you're kind of ready? Here's a better question. Name 5 traits that a significant other has to have. Top 5 things they have to possess.
Top 5?
Attractive. They gotta be attractive.
No, not necessarily. I mean, I just have to be attracted to them. I mean, they don't have to be attractive.
Yeah, that's what I meant. You gotta have that common attraction. Right. There's gotta be, something there, that chemistry, so to speak. That's a gimme, but I want to know 5 things they have, and 5 things they can't have. How about this?
I already deleted that text message. I text messaged somebody a few of the traits. I guess they have to want kids. That's a really big one. Because my whole life is kids, and I've always wanted kids, and so they have to want kids. And they have to want to spend time with me. I'm not an outgoing person, but I'm a social person. So I really want somebody that'll spend time with me. Trying to prioritize here in my brain.
I'm making a let them all flow. Let them all flow.
Oh, okay, all of them.
Yeah, this person doesn't even have to exist.
I really want somebody that likes the same things that I do. Same activities, yeah. Similar activities.
Financial stability.
Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, because my last relationship really wasn't, but I was more the caregiver than anything.
Never fun getting used.
Yeah. Well, I don't know that it was on purpose, but it just happened. Yeah.
And those aren't fun situations. If you can prevent those are always good.
Let's see what else. They can't be cocky.
No arrogance.
Yeah, no arrogance. There you go. I'm sure I could think of more.
Okay, what about 5 bad things? Let's flip it. What are 5
things
you don't even want your friends to be like?
Too messy. I'm not a super clean, I'm not, or lazy. And in another way that kind of translates to they have to be motivated to not provide for themselves, but
100% motivated, driven.
Yeah.
Nobody wants a couch potato.
Yeah.
Somebody that's going to sit around and grow old. You want somebody to be active. You're going to stay young. That mentality.
Right. I guess the arrogance thing falls on that list. While I don't mind somebody having a relationship with their family, I don't want it to be the biggest relationship. Chris was really, really tight with her mom, and she would spend a lot of time with her mom, and I kind of got left out. So, that kind of thing.
Okay, so even if she's, kind of very accepting,
Yeah.
very...
and tolerant, whichever
tolerant. And,
whichever list you want to put that on.
Tolerant, flexible.
Tolerant of other cultures, religions, all that stuff. Because I grew up in Germany, and I had so many friends that were Muslim, Hindu,
you grew up in Germany?
everything.
Up top, top and fun. Yeah, definitely. And, you're going to like the club, I think. We have a lot of people that are very diverse. Your age range, you're smack dab in a prime age range. You'll never have to worry about meeting people your own age, which is good. What did you think about this personality questionnaire? A little shocking? You did.
Not really. I've done the other personality profiles, so I kind of.
This one, I think you'll find is more accurate. I also did the Harmony thing.
Yeah.
Before that failed and backfired on me like everybody else. You're still in the game though. I'm rooting for you because it works for some people. It works for some people.
My subscription ends the middle of next month, and I think I'm just gonna let it.
Oh, no. Well, it works for some people, but it's just to me, it's not.
Yeah.
The bar's not high.
Well, nobody in 3 months has contacted me, and I'm like.
Well, plus, who lies on there? I don't know, but all right. We'll kind of go over that. For your temperament, you're the type of person who's not going to be pushed around by others. You're fast to do something if asked, but you're going to tell someone where to go if told what to do. You're straightforward, upfront, no BS, and you're not allowing others to take advantage of you. You don't hold grudges because you'll clear up the air as issues arise.
Yeah. I hold grudges.
You hold grudges?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. And you're easygoing to get along with as long as you're not pushed. For sociability, here we got, you're very selective about your close personal friends. Quality before quantity. And you have a tendency to be a bit reserved in new social situations. You have some walls built up around yourself, that you kind of make people climb over. But until someone gets to know you, then you can be the life of the party, so to speak. You don't go out too much, maybe just once a week, but you don't really need other people to have a good time. You enjoy them, but you can also enjoy a quiet time by yourself, reading, TV, etc.
Yeah.
But you're kind of over that. You've been doing that for 5
years. Yeah, exactly. Maybe that's the problem.
You're over that. Generally, you prefer to socialize with your close friends, and you can be the life of the party around those people you know where. Again, you're very selective about whom you spend your free time with.
Right.
I think that's true,
Yeah.
That's one thing that's really big about us. I mean, it is quality. We're very refined, and I'll tell you, we're about 60-65% women in the club. For the reason guys are lazy. It's hard to find guys that are employed, that want to actually go out and do things. So we have 65% women in the club on average, so that's a good thing. Definitely, and plenty of people your age. Let's see here. Conformity. For conformity, you're a bit of a traditionalist and you have your traditional values, but you tend to be a little bit conservative and don't like drawing attention to yourself as a rebel.
That's accurate.
Newer ways of thinking you can accept as long as they're proven to you first, and you like people who can appreciate your morals, values, and your principles.
Hence the tolerance thing, Exactly.
Affection, and this is where I think that also comes into play. You're a true romantic, you enjoy and respond to love, romance, a lot of intimacy. It's walks, talks, hand-holding cards, flowers, and candlelit dinners. All of those things are important to you in your relationship, and you're not truly going to be happy in a relationship or with a partner unless they're romantic like you are, which is a good thing, For finance, let's see here. You're interested in quality and are somewhat frugal. You'll take advantage of a bargain and an opportunity when it arises. You strive to live within your budget, and it's important for you to pay your bills, but you always put away some for savings, probably for that rainy day extravagance. What you think? Get out of your head,
Yeah, except for that first one. Yeah.
The first one, you're like, I'm holding the grudge still.
Well, I've always been one to hold grudges, and I'm not a very, I don't.
You were right in the middle. You were right in the middle, so what about this one? It was sociability, I think, right? You're outgoing to some extent, and you're somewhat selective about your close personal friends. You have a bit of more.
No, that was a different one.
Yeah, that was a different one. Oh,
yeah.
Moving on. Well, it's pretty accurate. That's what I know about you. I'm inside your head. Okay, so, why now? Like, really though? Like, what? Why not last year? Why not next year? Why not continue with online dating? Why not continue with online dating?
Because, I don't know, I mean, it obviously isn't working that great, but I really want to make friends. Like I said, I've been friendless here for a while and I haven't been happy about it, so now that I have the opportunity, why not?
How long have you felt friendless?
Pretty much since I moved here.
So you've been friendless for 5 years.
Yeah.
That is never fun.
No.
You need us.
Yeah. I needed you guys 5 years ago.
Well, now you're single, so
Yeah.
you decided. Well, you know, honestly, I think now is a good time for you. Like, as you kind of said, plus you have your life together now. You know, I saw you bought a house recently. You know, you are single. You have a lot of freedom, and you're young. I mean,
Yeah.
you're not getting any younger. You know,
Right.
and you do want to have kids. You know, and you're at that right age. You know,
Yeah.
to kind of start pursuing that. And you know, one thing that's so, I'll tell you, the average length of a member in our club after 22 years is 2 to 4 years before, you know, they get married, find somebody, and move on, or, you know, build that social network of friends around themselves where they don't need our whitewater rafting trips, our dining, our moonlight cruises, our horseback riding, you know, our hot air balloon riding, our zip lines, whatever it is. You know, it's 2 to 4 years. That's big. And, you know, we've been in business for 22 years. You know, you don't stay in business for 22 years unless you're doing something right. The truth is, I mean, we're the way of the future, because you can't talk to anybody that's single out there, or anybody that, you know, is just, even if people in a relationship like you were, you know, that want to meet people that don't. Ask them where they meet people that like to do things they want to do. Nobody knows, you know. It's kind of like, did you strike lucky? Did you get the jackpot at the bar and find the one person that you might get along with? You know, like it's true.
Either that, or you are kind of reckless and you go and do things like camping and hiking by yourself, and then happen to meet somebody there.
Right. And you know, even when you do things with other groups, you know, like that, and you show up, you know, then maybe you'll be a part of it, and maybe you won't be. You know, with us, you know, everyone's a part of it. You know, we cook all the food for you when you go camping with us. I mean, there's not a place better. You know, we clean up. You don't have to rent a boat for whitewater rafting. You don't have to worry about your life jacket or any of that stuff. You know, you can show up, point, click, register, and show up, put a smile on your face. You know, and the rest is going to be done for you. But like I said, you know, we can't do it all for you. We can't do it all. You know, it's your responsibility to be a good member. You know, but. You know, that's as simple as showing up. And like I said, you know, try not to have fun at trampoline diving or going whitewater rafting. What was the most fun thing you've ever done in your entire life?
Only one thing's popping out of my brain. I went to Europe. I worked at a Girl Scout camp over in Europe for a summer. And before camp actually started, I spent 2 weeks between... It was a week and a half, but between Iceland and Ireland, like just doing my own thing. But there it's safe, you know. Here it's not so much. But yeah, I just backpacked
and traveled.
Yeah.
Awesome. So
I made all my plans. Oh yeah.
Oh, you're gonna love us.
Yeah. Did you see my list?
I did. You know, honestly, that's what I was gonna say. Kind of like Costco, our membership is worth more in discounts alone. You know, than anything else. And the best example of that are our vacations. Yeah. We recently went on a trip to China, the Events and Adventures groups, and they went on like a 4-day cruise. You know, they stayed in all-inclusive resorts, jumped all around China, you know, all-inclusive resorts, the nicest of the nice, you know, 4-day cruise in between. It was 2 weeks there. They saved like $4,500, you know, it was like $3,500 or something to go, airfare and everything. They've gone up to Whistler, you know, travel, everything. Rented out condos for people, you know, plan a whole weekend of events, you know, $140 for everything to get up there. You know, that's gnarly. That's crazy. Yeah. We are going to Italy soon. We have Thailand trips. You know, we do day trips to Sedona. We travel. And what's great is, you know, let's say you're in California. We have 3 clubs in California. You know, you're going to have access to also our events. So we do 30 to 50 events every single month. So you know that there's going to be an event every day, and up to 3 events on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, you know. So you can get crazy, you know, you can go to all 3 in one day. Right. You know, a lot of times you
and I'd be that type of person.
And a lot of people, especially when you start using it, you know, when you get out there, a lot of people kind of get addicted to it because, you know, it is a lot of fun, you know, and you're meeting so many people. Like I said, you know, you're going to meet new people all the time. But try to meet them all. I dare you. Okay, well, you know, and I think, like you said, now's the right time for you because, I mean, you did buy a house. You wanted friends for a while, and you're not happy with the results that you've been getting in other avenues. They're not working fast enough for you. You know, you tried the online dating thing. You're not even happy with that. And you don't think it's really a viable option.
Yeah.
So, and you've been thought about us for a while. You know, and now finally are there. So, you know, that's good. Kind of what I want to go over now is your entertainment budget. And, you know, the reason I have us do this is a lot of people, myself included, how they justify, you know, the price of the club. We're not necessarily expensive or cheap, you know. We do
I should have asked when I first made the phone call about the price, because I kind of figured it was going to cost something. But
well, yeah, we do. I mean, we have memberships, you know, like 1 year, because you won't want to go anything less than that because, you know, we don't want people that are moving.
Right.
You're trying to establish real relationships. You kind of want that time buffer zone. And also, we've been in business for 22 years. They've tried the small things, and, you know, you get creeps. You get people that are going to treat it like a hookup situation. And that's not what we're here for, you know.
Right.
We have an average, and I'll tell you this, we have an average of 50 weddings a year come from our club. An average of 1 wedding a week, you know. And we're not even a dating service, you know. And if those kind of relationships are being formed here, imagine what else is being formed here. And, you know, that's not necessarily people that are meeting their loved one here. You know, Barb. She's our head manager. And she met her husband through a member, you know. And then he's like, they were a member. She's like, talk to this guy. And he's like, you got to meet Raja or whatever his name is, Jason. You know, we'll call him Jason. And she's like, I don't know. They met. You know, they hit it all off. And every time you see them, they're loving it. It's gross. It's, you know, it's funny. But if those kind of relationships are being formed, you know, you got to imagine other ones, because a lot of times, you know, you're not going to meet, you know, Mrs. Right here or your next girlfriend here, you know, but you'll meet her sister, or you meet her best friend, you know, or you meet their coworker, and because you can bring any single person you want to any of our events, you know, up to 2 times before we say, hey, stop leeching off Christina's membership, get your own. But mainly, we want people to sit in that chair and go through this process. We want to make sure they're the right fit for this club. We want to make sure that they are accepting, you know, that they're not going to go crazy or anything like that, you know. Hygiene, you pass, otherwise I wouldn't have told you, you know. Basic social skills, all of that, you know. We want to make sure these people don't have any felonies, that they don't have a DUI in 2 years. We want them subject to background checks, you know, if need be. And that's what's so great is you don't have to worry about any of that, you know, any of the losers, any of the creeps, any of those, like, any of them. Everybody here has honest intentions. Everybody here wants to help people, you know, wants to meet people to share their life with, which is huge. You'll never be able to experience it until you're at an event, you know, and once you do, you'll be like, there's no place like this. Because there's really not. So again, kind of what the entertainment budget's for is, you know, to kind of look at what you're already spending, and what you're getting out of it, you know, because not saying that you're not going to go out or go see a movie or go out to eat or, you know, whatever it is that you do, your shopping sprees or who knows. Not that you're not going to do a little bit of those, but now you're going to be going hiking with us, or mountain bike riding, or, you know, camping down the trails. And look, when we go camping, our camping trips are done right. You know, we'll go camping, we'll do horseback riding, or a lot of us will go whitewater rafting and break up in the daytime. You know, we stay up. I'll tell you, if you go camping, do not put your tent next to the fire. It's a trap. Everyone's like, I want to be next to the heat. But you'll be up all night long because people just sit around and they'll talk. And you're going to be like trying to go to sleep. And they're going to be up. People stay up and they'll sleep at 8. And you're like, what? It's daytime.
I can fall asleep with people talking around me though.
I don't know. I saw you out there. You were putting your head out. The TV was going. I was like,
I have a hard time.
I can see you being one of the people on the next to the fire talking.
Yeah, probably.
Oh, it's funny. Now you'll have to come, you know, and like we do a lot of events, and actually, so what? I mean, you marked here about $25, you know, on a weekend. Adding everything, you know, do you? How many times do you go see a movie?
I rarely go see a movie. I usually get Redbox movies after they come out.
So Redbox.
Yeah.
How many movies a month?
Probably 2 or 3.
Oh, that's not bad.
Yeah.
So what do you do for fun? I mean, how many books do you buy? Do you go shopping?
5 books. I would go to the library. That frugal thing, yeah, that's me. I guess I go out to eat more often than anything as far as entertainment goes.
Okay. How many times a week?
Well, if you don't count if you don't separate between the, you know, going to Sonic and going to Olive Garden, I would say 7 times a week.
7 times? On average, you know, you spend about $10?
Probably not that much. I'd say maybe on average 7.
Okay. What else to do for fun right now? You haven't been doing it? So what's the real cost of that?
Yeah.
What's the real cost of that?
Yeah.
Okay, so, and that is, you don't have friends, right? You haven't been meeting people. You don't know what to do. So, that is a reason my project's kind of that way. You've been in that rut for about 4 years.
Mm-hmm.
So, okay, but even then, even going out, 7 times, at $7 is $49, and then you said $25, so let's just say about $50 a week, and on average that you're spending, or even, let's take 25, because I don't care, even if you're trying not to spend any money, you can't spend 20, everyone spends 20, you blow $20 a week, whether it's buying, little packs of gums, little nicks, when you're at the impulse buys, magazines, whatever it is. But let's say $50. $50 times what is it? 4 weeks in a month, 200. So you're spending $2,400. Or 25 is $1,200. So you're spending $2,000 every year. On nothing. We didn't really make any new friends last year, and I guess if I could show you how to take a portion of that and put it towards unlimited friends and unlimited adventure, never have to worry for the rest of your life about that.
Yeah.
Is that something you'd be interested in today?
Tell me how much it costs. I feel like I'm at a timeshare meeting.
Oh, really?
I have a timeshare, and they got me.
Oh, well, I'm kind of familiar with timeshares. I've never been in a meeting or anything.
Oh, it's ridiculous. They're like, oh, well, how much do you spend on, on a typical vacation? And let's put it towards this. And that's like, well, this is great, but, a lot of times those hotels don't exist where I need to go, and I end up having to pay for a hotel anyway. So, but yeah.
Well, and I guess I kind of see what they're saying there, I get for the whole vacation thing. I guess that is kind of how we're looking at this. It's because, and definitely, instead of going out to eat and, going to Quiznos for dinner, whatever it is, you're not going to go to our Indian gourmet adventure at nighttime, where you go and we have a sous chef and you break into groups and you cook a main course, and then later on everyone eats everyone's main course and you can take home the recipes and you're like a professional chef now. Or you're going to go to our wine tasting and have dinner there, or whatever it is,
How much do the activities cost?
Great question, actually. So we do 30 to 50 events every single month, and half of our events every month are free. Like in April, 23 of our events are free. And, the other ones are like ticketed items, like if you go to a Suns basketball game, of the Orpheum, the Phantom, the Opera. But again, if you start going to more ticketed items, you're going to get your value there more so in your membership off the discounts. Because when we get a discount, you get a discount. And, sometimes anywhere from, 10 to 30 to 50% off sometimes. It just really kind of depends. So like our Whistler trip, that's a ridiculous value, So like, for example, we went to the Phantom of the Opera. Tickets were $95 for the public. Ours were like $65. So you have that, and then obviously you have the free events that you get to go to. And then, if you go to an event where you're at a bar, obviously your food and all that stuff.
Yeah.
But again, this is kind of your social life. Taking that step back, that social life, and building that network of friends and people around you. But again, the great thing is you got to do it at any pace that's comfortable for you, and on your free time, when you want to, because now you have an event every single day and up to 3 that you can go to. So, but definitely, I kind of see that. But what I want to do actually is, because it definitely sounds like you'll have time for the club and you'll use it, but I want to make sure you kind of like the events that you use it. So this is what a sample calendar looks like for April. And this is how easy it will be. When you log onto a website, you're going to be able to go to any of our calendars, pull up April, March is still on, and I can kind of go over that, and click on an event, like live music at Char's. This is one of our local hole-in-the-wall places. It's been around for 70 years, has the most culture in Arizona. They're going to be live. It's live music, mingle, kind of have a couple drinks probably, and watch some people dance. It's great people watching plays. For your first event, I wouldn't suggest it, It's loud music and everything. But, once you get to know a couple people, maybe this is for you. The West Valley Mix and Mingle, this is probably a pretty good one. The Hike, this is a great first event to go on. It's going to be, 20 people. Everyone's going to meet up first. You'll walk up up, you'll see Joseph, Dan, or maybe probably our hikes are usually older hosts, so you probably go with someone a little bit older than yourself. I'm just going to go, oh, hey, you know, we're waiting up. We have about 10 people here. Let me introduce you around. This is John, Sarah. People will be stretching, you know, doing whatever it is, get ready for the hike. You'll get a meeting, but when you click on the event, it will tell you like a meeting place, where the hike's at, description of the event, what to bring, if it has a cost. Again, you know, like trampoline dodgeball. I think that would cost $12. You know, when our day trip to Sedona, it costs $10 a car to get into the national park.
So what if because I already have things like, you know, the national park pass. I have that. You know, like.
So you can get in there.
Yeah, so I don't have to.
You don't have to.
Okay.
And like, because that's just kind of like when you show up, and you know, like
Okay.
that's the event cost. And if on certain things, you know, like if you have like, I don't know, like a Dave & Buster's card, or we're going with Dave & Buster's, you know, it might not be able to work out, but for the most part, yeah, exactly,
Okay.
100%. But like the national park one, free.
Okay.
Yeah, you'd be able to definitely use that. And when you just kind of click on them, and it'll give you a description, like our Wrigley Mansion. Have you ever been to the Wrigley Mansion? You gotta go here. This is like the mansion. This is where all like the Hollywood stars go. But this event's gonna be a lot of fun. You know, we're gonna sample all the appetizers, get the background of the mansion, get the tour. It's gonna be really cool, mix and mingle. A good way to meet people. You know, we all are professionals, but it's kind of like dressed to impress. This one's gonna be a lot of fun. I'm excited about this one. But what I want you to do is kind of go through and just circle any events, regardless of what day they're on, that you'd be open to going to, you know, regardless of your schedule and all that stuff. Just anything that you think you'd like.
Glow in the dark Easter egg hunt.
And that's going to be fun because it's going to be like capture the flag.
Only, like I was gonna say teenagers, but we're not teenagers. Only young people would think of something like that.
Right, well, and you know, some of those, like we do broom ball, like trampoline dodgeball. I mean, some of those really goofy events always turn out to be the most fun. The outdoor games and barbecue is going to be fun on Easter. I'm actually thinking about making that one my main Easter plan.
What kind of outdoor games?
We're going to do some frisbee golf probably, maybe some ultimate frisbee. I don't know, I'm just thinking about maybe bringing my dog there.
Barbecue sounds good.
Barbecue sounds good. But we do all sorts of games, you know, and the board games, you know. And like I said, you know, we have a pretty good demographic in the club. We have 1,200 singles. But Wrigley Mansion's good. I'm telling you, you should go to Wrigley Mansion. It's going to be a good event. It's going to be a good one.
How much does something like that cost, though?
That one's only like $15. And, you know, we're getting all the appetizers and everything.
And it's on a Friday?
And that's a smoking good deal. Usually Wrigley Mansion events are like, you know, $70.
I have no idea what the Wrigley Mansion is.
You can see it from here. It's the one that's right up on the top. It's you're gonna
like
you don't have memories
of
Arizona.
I think.
Have you been to the Grand Canyon?
Yes, I've been to the Grand Canyon. I've been everywhere except for like everything west of the 101.
West of the 101, you know. Well, we're gonna touch California.
Well, okay, I've been to California, but as far as like in the city. I would. I'll circle it because you said regardless of the day.
On our volleyballs, like we do events all over the valley, you know, so you don't have to worry. You're not always going to be driving all the way around to get to the events. And the great thing is when you go to the events you want to go to, and the events you like to do, and other ones you don't, and you know you're going to be around people that are like you know, that have similar interests already, that you can build those relationships and start to extend. Yep, right. We're talking about procrastination. That's it. I'm going to be there, and I'm still not going to do my taxes.
Are you guys doing taxes there?
I was thinking about doing that joke, actually, like bringing a laptop and doing it, but up top for being as clever as I am, because that was totally my plan, was to do my taxes right there at that bingo. I hate taxes. I'll put it off. I hate looking at them.
Mine.
See?
It's ridiculous.
Yeah, the kayaking, the rappelling is going to be a lot of fun, I think.
I have never been rappelling, but that's something.
Do it. It's perfect for
rock
beginners.
climbing
Best
and
way to go
rappelling.
with us is beginners. We're like all about beginners. Trampoline dodgeball, you're going. You have to be there. You're coming, you're playing with me.
I'm not sure.
Trying. I'm kidding. You don't have to go. You don't have to go. But you should consider it. It's a lot of fun.
The idea of being hit by a ball just doesn't.
Well, that's what the fun part of the walls are. You got to use them to dodge and duck and dive. dip, whatever the 5. Oh no, does it repeat them in dodgeball?
Hmm?
It's a movie. It's a sequel. This is going to be a cool one. The monastery has a lot of historical background. Have you ever been to the monastery?
Isn't that a mesa?
I think it's the Mesa, yeah.
I've been by there, but I've never actually been to it.
Gotta go. It's our member meeting. And member meetings are kind of where we see the club go. You tell us about, what events you'd like to see next month. Again, this is April. This is a pretty lax calendar. We only have about 33 events. We're going to be upward 50 events most of the time. Things to choose from multiple days because it's tax season again. People don't want to go out and stressing about their taxes. Yeah, most of the time people are like, you should have just had me circle things I didn't want to go do. Jazz festival in Glendale.
The day is going to be the problem.
Yeah, what are your work schedules like?
Really, Sunday is the only consistent day that I have off.
You're like myself. I have Sunday and sometimes Friday.
Yeah, I work Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday all day. Like, literally from the time I get up to the time I go to sleep. Because I actually have 2 jobs. But Monday and Tuesday, sometimes I have the evenings off.
Oh, this club's going to be perfect for you then, because when you do have free time, you'll be able to use it. And Monday and Tuesday we have the events, and Sundays, up to 3 events. On Sundays are big days for us usually.
I was going to say Saturdays looks more busy.
Saturdays are Saturdays. We always try to find a lot of events on Saturdays, but most of the time our Sundays have either bigger events like that we know most of our members are going to show up to, like the Jazz Festival and things like that, or a lot of multiple events. But I can do events on Sundays. That's my day.
Yeah.
It's one of my only days because, everybody's a professional, so we kind of work. That's why we're in the office.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Sometimes. I was going to say, because you're late.
Yeah. It's what we have to do, grow the club. But let's see here. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So you got like 20 events circled. So, usually we say even, 30% of those events you'll go to, and because
3.
60% we won't be able to go to. Or, 3, and then if you have your Mondays and your Tuesdays,
but
maybe you end up going Thai cuisine, you go to the full moon. And all of our events like the earliest any of our events will start on a weekday is, like 6:37. Okay. Then we started as 8:30, usually takes 30 minutes for everybody to show up.
Yeah.
So on the nights, and, the club will be perfect for you, If you are that busy, that's one of the best things about this club is, you no longer have to, when you do have free time, call up people and worry about what to do. You don't have to worry about scheduling it. Something's going to be there to do, and that's what's really great about it. So let me ask you, on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being this isn't what I thought it was, or it's not really right for me, and 10 being this is perfect. I'm ready to jump out there and go rock climbing and go rappelling or whatever it is. Where do you see yourself fitting in?
This is, it's exactly what I thought it was going to be. So, I'm 10.
10 up top, a 10? Very nice. Okay.
I kind of did my research on the website and,
And it sounds like you made this decision a long time ago that you needed to get out there and branch out there. And, definitely. Let me kind of go into it, because all of our memberships are time-based. Again, we found out the average member is, 2 to 4 years in the club. So the platinum membership is, the best value because you got, 36 months. So it falls right in there in that time frame. Why a lot of people like it, what I liked about it is no pressure, it's not about, trying to find somebody rushing around with it, gives you plenty of time to build that social network. And if you do find somebody, you can still put them through your test, make them jump through your hoops because even though we do have a bar, and everybody is pre-screened and all that stuff, I know that you're going to know better than me what you want, and that's the great thing is you get to be more refined than on the already refined level. But there's the 36 months, and then it comes with 9 months freeze time. Freeze time's kind of like timeout time. Maybe you have a surgery, or maybe for a month you're going to be working all the time, so you're not going to go to any events. Freeze your account. Use some of your freeze time. So this can take up to 45 months to complete. The platinum is not only it's a year for free, but it's ongoing. The standard. A lot of members love this simply because it is standard, if you're in the club for 2 to 4 years. They know they're going to be here for 2 years, so they like it. It's 24 months active membership, 6 months freeze time, so it's still a really big chunk of freeze time. And then there's our intro. And the intro is a great membership, 12 months active membership. 3 months freeze time. Biggest thing I love about the intro membership is within 30 days, you can jump up here. You know, I usually get that frantic call on day 27 and people going, is it too late? Is it too late? Because, you know, for 22 years in business, the average member stays, you know, for 2 to 4 years.
Yeah.
So we know you're going to be here. How I think the company kind of makes their money is, you know, when people sign up for this, you know, and in 6 months they go, I definitely want to be here next year, you know, or we call them up in 11 months and we're like, hey, you know, your membership's going to expire. And they go, oh, yeah, give me the platinum. You know, I want the 3. Then the member referral program. What this is it is money in your pocket, Christina. This is, you know, it's $100 for any member that you that signs up with referral for you. And that's as simple as, you know, taking pictures at trampoline dive bowl and showing it, you know, and putting it out at work, or, you know, telling your story about when you go to Rome with us, or, you know, talking about going whitewater rafting, which we did on Saturday, or 2 Saturdays ago. You know, any of that stuff. You know, people are going to go, wait, where were you with 30 people that were employed and had jobs and wanted to do fun stuff? Like, where did that happen? Like, believe me, like, you'll have people that you'll be talking and they're gonna be eavesdropping on you, and they're gonna ask you about it, because it happens. I mean, it happens to me all the time. I used to carry business cards around with me so I could just hand them out, and then I fell and I lost them all. It was the worst moment of my life. It was really sad. So all 3 of our memberships are great. Let me ask you, kind of time-wise, which one were you looking at?
I'd probably do the intro.
Fair enough, you know, and it is good. And again, you have that 30 days. Let me kind of just go over it. So the intro is normally $22.95, and then you'll save $300 because you're signing up today. So it's $19.95, and then you're $30 in dues. The standard normally is $29.95, and then you'll save your $300 today, so it's $26.95. So you can kind of see there the price jump for, you know, double the time. And, you know, 2 of these is, you know, more than my 3 year. And so this is why this is, you know, the best value. It's $31.95 plus your $30 in dues. So, you know, this is $39.90. That's why, you know, this is kind of the best value. But again, a great membership. And what's really nice about this is, you know, it is 1 year. It gives you plenty of time to build that social network around yourself, make, you know, those 5 new close personal friends, to where you don't need that set of pictures, you know, to where you have friends and things to go do, and you're meeting people on your own again. Get you out of that rut. So, which one were you looking at?
Now I know why you guys saved that to the very end.
Save what to the end?
The cost.
Well, we just got, I mean, our membership's not necessarily, you know, cheap by any means, or I don't really think it's expensive, you know, it's laminated. I mean, it's what it's worth. It's not like we're selling it to different people for different prices or anything like that. But I mean, yeah, everybody here is financially stable, you know, that people do have a job. And, you know.
How do you, like, I mean, I don't have $2,000
sitting
in my bank account waiting to.
And if, you know, a lot of people do, you know, pay for it up front, you know, and usually they're a little bit more motivated. We find, you know, whatever, the more you put down, you know, we don't want it to be kind of like your gym membership, but it is kind of, you know, like that. You know, a lot of people, you know, they'll put $500 down, or, you know, $1,000 down, and then do $100 a month payments, you know, because it's a simple, it's like $25 a week, you know, where you're gonna blow $20 a week no matter what, you know. Just reallocate kind of what you're already spending. You know, maybe don't go out to Wendy's, or maybe you order off the drive-through menu or the 99-cent menu for a night, you know, and to have that social network. Yeah. So which one were you looking at still?
Still the intro, if anything.
Fair enough. I mean, definitely.
Especially now that I just bought the house. Okay.
Well, that's it.
All my extra money goes to the house stuff.
The house stuff. Where's your house at?
Vista and Broadway.
Fair enough. And you know what's? You have everything else together, you know, you're piecing your life together is the last puzzle piece. Fair enough. Which card did you want to put it on?
I don't know.
Fair enough. Or, I guess a better question is, where do you stand at right now?
What do you mean?
I mean, did you want to put, you know, $500 down and do $100 a month, or
is there a fee for doing that?
No. Yeah, I'm not gonna nickel and dime you. Who do you think we are?
No, I mean,
we're not eHarmony.
Well, no, I mean, like, I didn't, you know, because I guess it's not really financing it, but That's kind of what.
I don't know. The thing is, my real job is to get good people in the club, because Seattle's been around for 22 years. They have amazing, events and everything, and like if you go around Seattle, people tell you I'm with the Men's Adventures, that's like a big deal there, because they've been around for so long. Everyone's like, oh wow, and that we don't want somebody that is a good member, because of finance. So of course we'll let you kind of break it down. Not everybody, you just bought a house. Of course you don't have $2,000 in your bank account. Like that's the last. It's not like because you just bought a house, you're not suddenly able. You have to be alone your whole life. It's like, who are we to pass that judgment? So did you want to just do that? Could you put? What could you do today?
I don't even know what my cards, like my balances are right now. I haven't done my budget yet this week or this month.
Can I see your driver's license real quick?
Yes.
I like this. I make my own wallets out of duct tape. This is made out of duct tape, and I want to put one of those in it for my ID.
Right.
I think it's genius, and I can't wait to put it in my design.
Yeah, see, even if I did 500 today, it'd still be more than 100 a month.
Well, we could do it. We could just put it at $100 a month, and then you could either pay it off after a month later on, or you could make more payments as you could pay $151 a month. I was just thinking, if you wanted, what most people do is they try to put is at least 50% down within the first 30 days, and that way it is $100 a month, and they do it that way.
I just don't want to get myself into something that I.
And that's and that's what I'm saying is why don't we, if we do maybe we do 500 down and then 250 in 30 days and then $100 a month to kind of spread it out. Would that work for you? I like how you got your current address already on your ID.
I've had the house since November.
But you kept your same picture. You ordered this online, didn't you?
Yes.
You should have went in and got a new picture.
They'll call me in eventually to get a new one.
Is that what you're going to wait for?
Yeah. Because I just bought a new mattress too, and I'm hoping to pay that off before the.
Well, and everybody has finances,
Yeah.
Again, this is, kind of reallocating what you're already spending, but everybody.
It's just a matter of I have an entertainment budget and I put $200 a month in it, but I don't have, it's not already a full account. Like it's not already got $500 in it. So I'm like trying to figure out. I guess I could put it on a card, on a credit card, and pay it off as it goes. But then I'm still paying interest, so.
And honestly, I don't know if you have room on the card to put the whole thing on, but if you did put the whole thing on there, it saves you additional. It's like another $200 that they save you, so it's like $21.55 for everything. That would be $500 off. That would be pretty much paying the interest for you on your card. If you look at it that way, then you save $500 today that way. And then when taxes come through, you just. Boop.
Yeah, see, my taxes are supposed to be in my new kitchen.
New kitchen. Fair enough. You can have both. You can have both, and that's. It's up to you.
I should have looked at my credit card balances before I left them.
If you want me to, step out of the room so you can call them, that'd be fine too.
Okay.
Or, I won't listen. I'll plug my ears.
So there is interest on this too, then, or not interest, but
there's no interest.
$21.55.
So, and that would be everything. So instead of with your $30 due, so instead of your $360 for dues, we would do everything today. So you wouldn't have to worry about anything monthly. It would be $21.55. I would save you $500, pay your interest on your credit card, and give you, your social life for the rest of your life. You wouldn't have to worry about meeting somebody or
I'm just trying to figure, like, would it be $21.55 or is?
Yeah, it'd be, because, so you would get, so we take off the 300 here, and then we take off an additional 200 off this. So instead of your $360 for dues, you'd really be paying $120 for your dues. So it'd be pretty much.
Oh, per month. That's what I was missing. Okay.
Okay. So instead of, $30 a month, we're going to reduce it to $10 a month because you're going to do it all up front. And, generally, I'll be honest, I don't want it to be a gym membership. On all the people that pay it up front, you're more motivated to use it. You're more motivated to get out there. And the hardest obstacles to overcome are the ones that we put up for ourselves. And like, at least for me, what I found is, like, maybe I was ready to walk through the door, but I need somebody to freaking open the door with me and walk through. And, that's generally what we find. People that do pay for it in full really do get the most out of the club starting out, and because it's a snowball effect. I mean, it really is. Once you go to Trampoline Mountain or you go on a hike even, you're going to be hooked. You're going to meet 20 people you never met before, and they're going to, like, I went golfing the first time ever with this group, and I already am playing on the 19th of March. I'm going to play with a foursome with Jennifer, the girl I just met my first time, and I was like, all right. I was like, you don't know what you're getting yourself into. I was like, I'm a handful to play golf with. But, people are fun, it is nice. And like I said, the hardest obstacles to overcome are the ones you put with yourself. I say do it. You're going to save $500 by doing it.
I kind of want, like, is there any way I could give you the credit card number and, like, have you wait till, like, because I kind of want to talk to my mom and dad about it and see what their opinion is about it.
Well, you really want to put your happiness in finding somebody to
yeah, because they're gonna have to be there bailing me out if I get myself into something I can't afford.
Well, and again, it's $20 a week that you're already spending. It's whether you want, troll dolls. I spent $20 on troll dolls.
For 1 year though, it's more than $20 a month or
well, no,
$20 a week. I mean, so it'd be.
Well, that's kind of why, like, our cheapest membership is $75 a month, and that's the platinum. That's the
yeah.
And I'll be honest, what the real benefit of the platinum is after 36 months, it's just $30 a month for as long as you want to use it, which is great. And again, you can do monthly payments. If you wanted to put $1,000 down towards it and do monthly payments, then it is $100 a month, and you're going to pay it off before your 3 years is up.
Yeah.
What's your email address, Christina?
Christy, CHRISTIE.
Wait, CHRISTIE
_ KIKI @yahoo.com.
What's Kiki?
It's just my nickname.
Kiki.
Mm-hmm.
How did that come about?
Either my brother or I couldn't pronounce my name right, so it became Kiki instead of Christy.
Fair enough, I could see that. And it's just stuck from then. How old's your brother?
Well, he was 24.
So he's younger than you.
Yeah.
So it might have been him actually. It was probably him saying Kiki.
Yeah.
And you just.
Yeah.
And
I don't like I said. I don't know. It used to be my mom used to say it was me that did it, and then he was killed, and then he became he did everything cute. Yeah.
So how was he killed?
In Afghanistan.
Yeah. God bless him. Thanks for going out there.
Yeah. Let me check real quick.
I left my glasses at home today, so I'm going like this a lot. People are like, what are you doing? I'm like, yeah, I'm blind.
I do have enough on this card.
So what do you say? You want to take advantage of the...
I still want to talk to my mom first.
What do you think? Your mom's really going to say, no, Christina, don't be happy. don't go out there. And,
she'll probably tell me it's your decision, but she'll give me some.
And, honestly though, take $20. Imagine taking $20 and planning a week. Plan even a Sunday. Go plan one of these events. Plan rock climbing. Take $20 and plan that. Because you can't do it. Plan a week's worth of events. It'd be impossible. Even if because on those Mondays that you do have time to go out, you're going to know now that you can go out. You're going to know that there's going to be people that are like you, that you don't have to go look for, that you're not going to have to be forced to walk up to and try to build a relationship with. You're going to know that there's a venue where you can go and be yourself and have fun first and let everything else around you happen and build those relationships naturally and organically on their own and not have to worry. I'll be honest though. I want you to join the club for the right reason. Because I expect you to be a good member, and I want you to join because you are excited to go out there and meet people, because you're done being in that rut, because this fourth year is the last year, and you're taking the first step today. So
I can give you the card number, but can I call you back later and?
Well,
because I honestly don't. I don't like making decisions.
Fair enough, and it's not. We have, in 24 hours or in 72 hours, our cancellation policy. You have 24 hours that you can cancel, or totally back away, and then just send us a certified letter in the mail, and our address and everything's in there, but our. And then
more of a pain
that's what I was gonna
not doing it.
Well, that's what and then you have 72 hours that you can kind of back away. But that's what I was gonna say is our because we don't have people cancel. You said it yourself. You decided a long time ago that what is out there hasn't been working for you. And that you got to try something new. And this is the way of the future. In April, 23 of our events are free. And when you go on Saturday and Sunday, it's just. At least for me, when I did it, I had to put it on my credit card. I was like, when they told me, they were like, are you going to save $500? I was like, fantastic. That's the interest. I was like, okay, great. But, it's hard because you're not walking out, with tires or something tangible that you can kind of be like, look at this. Because the value here is reciprocating. It affects your whole life. Like you said, you're no longer going to be replacing being lonely with work or with other things, with who knows what. You're going to have those friends and make that, and it is that's
I guess my biggest fear though is that like with the timeshare, there's so many restrictions, and I guess my restriction is going to be the time,
but this is just for a whole year. That's the great thing, and you have freeze time, and we're not Nazis about freeze time or anything like that. That's we're not timeshare. I'm sorry that I gave you that vibe because I feel really bad that I love my job. I feel like my job is to help people, to provide a venue that nobody else knows that it exists when it is that simple, But the truth is that this world, things have changed. It's hard to meet people. It's hard to meet people that are real, genuine. And I'll be honest. If you're excited about meeting new people and want to meet people that are like you in your age that are single, join. You won't regret it. Whether you put $500 down a day or you take advantage of the thing. But I'll be honest, if you're going to do it, do it. Think about it, for 24 hours, you have that kind of window. You can talk to your mom and say, Mom, do you really want me to be happy? Because, the truth is, I don't want to, I'll be honest, Christina, I don't want to be the reason that you're here next year or, in 2 years going, I still haven't met anybody. I still hate Phoenix.
I actually love Phoenix.
Well, and that's the weirdest thing is you love it. You're never going to leave here, so you might as well enjoy your time when you're here. Make the best out of it. I don't think you'll regret it.
All right.
Can I see it?
Can I have it? Can I have the money? Can I have the money?
Oh, you wish. If only. I actually had a guy in here. Like I said, Barb. But I had a guy telling Barb about it. He's like, you can't not take my money. And I was like, I don't know what you thought this interview process was. And I was like, but that's exactly what I'm here to do, is to not take people's money like you. And he was like, I want to speak to your manager. And I was like, she's just going to tell you the same thing I told you. Made me laugh.
I'm really hoping that a lot of these aren't too expensive, because otherwise you won't be able to take advantage of them.
Definitely not. And most of our events have a real cost. Everything is pretty straightforward. And like I said, we get great deals. Like imagine this. Imagine showing up, with 10 people or 20 people, 30 people like the other night at St. Patty's Day, we had 45 people show up, throughout the whole event. Right? Imagine the kind of, when you show up with 45 people that all have jobs, that are all with a group that's organized of professional singles, when you show up to a business, what kind of service do you think they give us? Great service. They they go, these are all people that could come back here and, enjoy their time. They're like, I want to make the best. I've seen free drinks, I've seen free food, I've seen the whole thing's comped, because we are events and adventures. There are a lot of benefits to the club. And like I said, our membership is worth more in discounts than anything else. And, if you're really worried about getting the value out of going to events, go to events and you'll get your value. That's it. And that's what I'm saying. People that, you're going to be motivated. I give everyone homework. Go to as many events as you can in your first month, because you're going to fall in love with the club and you're really going to, I dare you not to, it's impossible not to. Is it not the hottest, do I not have the hottest office in the whole world?
Yeah.
I'm so glad,
you're all sweating and everything. I'm hot.
I'm so glad that you said that, because I'm the only person that I'm always sweating. And it's them. It's these girls that freeze to death, they're anemic. And so
I freeze all the time too, but it's hot here.
Thank you, because this wall wasn't here and there was no vent. And so now when they turn the AC off, or they turn it on, it just swamp in here, craziness. It's hilarious. What I'll have you do while I'm kind of working on this is, this is your emergency contact sheet. This is from me. 3 reasons why you joined today. I want one of these things to be a real goal that you have. This is only between me and you. I'm only going to look at this. I want to know that. You can't tell anybody about the smoking good deal I give you. Just kind of, it's, because not everybody gets to save the $200. It's something that I have an ability to offer to people. But I think, will help them. And I think it is going to help you. So I'll kind of fill that stuff out, and then we'll meet halfway here. Is it your last name pronounced Bauman?
Bauman.
I'm always interested in what's your heritage?
German, yeah.
You said you were raised in Germany. Mm-hmm. How long did you live there?
For 8 years.
So you were 8. So when you?
No, from the time that I was 8 till the time I was 15. And
so you really lived there. Actually, yeah. That's when you were experiencing life. That's awesome, though. And I can't imagine being raised in another country.
Yeah.
Do you have citizenship there?
Yeah.
That would have been smoking.
Yeah.
You're like, I wouldn't live here if I did.
No, I always wanted to move back. I didn't like it while I was there. It wasn't until after I got back that I appreciated it.
Really? Well, I guess so. Kind of the whole grass is greener on the other side. So.
Mm-hmm.
But now you want to change it for the world.
Change.
You were raised there?
No, I wouldn't. It did tell me a lot about life.
And then when you came back here, it was culture shock, right?
Not entirely. I think my mom had more culture shock than I did.
Really?
Even though she grew up here, I think she was expecting to come back to the same place, and it wasn't.
And you know, I've actually noticed that like a lot of my friends, you know, moved and all like down here and all that stuff. And you know, a lot of my other friends, you know, expect people to be the same people, you know, when they move and stuff. It's kind of the same deal. It's like a place. People don't change. Places change. It seems like Phoenix, you know, one day, like even coming to work sometimes, like I come to work and I'm like, when did that building get there? I'm like, am I that blind? How long ago was this picture taken, by the way?
2005.
I'm tough for being a donor again. I'm a donor. 2005, really?
Mm-hmm.
You look really young here. Like I would
I
guess.
still look really young.
You still
People
do
tell
really
me
young.
all the time I look like I'm 14.
I was gonna say you look like you're 16 in this time.
Yeah.
And then, so our website's just events and adventures, and so tomorrow you'll be able to log on to eventsandadventures.com, and your login's going to be your email address,
Okay.
and then your password is just going to be lowercase letters welcome. And then you'll be prompted to change that after your first time. And like, you know, you just put my events, it's real simple to use. The calendar's there. You can pull up your calendar for next month. Like our next month calendar's not up. We usually have it up about, you know, around the 15th of next month. So you can start to look and see if there are anything, you know, that you really want to start planning for. Maybe you want to try to make sure you have that, you know, that evening free or whatever.
Right.
It is.
So April's up, but May's not.
May's not up yet.
Okay.
May usually. I thought it was up the other day, but I looked again today and it wasn't, but
Okay.
it was the other day. So I think we're editing the pictures on
Okay.
it, and all that good stuff. How did you hear about this, Christy?
Casey.
Do you know what's radio, like the number?
Oh, 99.9.
99.9. I don't even know a real station. What kind of music is that?
I never really know what to describe my music preference. I guess it's kind of soft rock, contemporary, not contemporary, but
What are
like,
some of the bands you like?
I like mostly just single singers. Like I like Kelly Clarkson. And,
Okay. Like
I like some
do
country
you like
too.
like Jason Mraz? A little bit.
See, my problem too is that like I listen to music, but half the time I don't know who sings what.
That is my actual problem. Is like I'll just listen to it
Yeah.
and sound good, and I have no
Yeah.
idea.
Hi. Please
Hi.
don't give me that
Oh,
reminder.
thank
I'm
you.
out of here. Just want
All
me to
right.
wait.
No, it's fine.
You okay?
Thanks. Have a good one. Bye, Colin. Enjoy your night.
Bye. Have a
Oh,
good
this is our
night.
newest member.
Yay! I was hoping that was it. Hi.
Hi.
I saw the paperwork. I'm like, huh. Good job,
Bye.
you guys. Have a good night. Look forward to what's your first event?
I have no idea.
Do the Wrigley Mansion on April 9th, if anything.
She's looking at the hike here too. I think.
Yeah.
Maybe. Oh, it's a Saturday, so that's not a good day.
Everyone
for
likes
you.
those hikes. Just for the first one,
That one, I'm
definitely
busy
going
already
to
that
members
day.
meeting, and the Wrigley Mansion would be a nice one. Friday night, get dressed up, watch the sunset, have a glass of wine.
Yeah.
Wrigley Mansion. How many people need to say
Okay,
anything
fine.
at the Wrigley Mansion on a Friday night?
She's never been to the Wrigley Mansion. She doesn't know what
I
it
don't
is.
even know what
That's
it
what
is.
I'm saying. It's like very elitist.
Dude, show her
We're getting
the
a
computer.
smoking good deal. Just show her. I like it to be a surprise when she logs on herself and she goes, "Who's gonna get this coming?" Oh, you're babysitting.
Usually I base it on.
Thank you for opening this door because I don't know
Yeah,
why.
it's
she
hot.
has-
Sorry,
yeah.
I was worried about that. I know you were trying to be nice to the girl.
Right.
That's the reason
She
why.
even
I'm
said
trying to come
she
up with
made
the
the
last
comment that
reason.
I was sweating. She called me out on what's your social security number?
Sorry.
268
Have a good night.
840902.
Actually, I'm having to kind of go over this real quick. Do you want a bottle of water? So,
Yes, please. Now
I was
I
like-
would. I didn't at the time
Sorry.
he asked me, but
I was like, I'm so rude. I was gonna ask you way earlier. Oh, you know like myself. Do you always wear Nike shoes? Me too.
I can't wear anything else.
That's exactly how I feel. Even I wish Nike made dress shoes. I say it all the time. Like I want to write them a letter and be like, you guys need to branch out, go
Right.
into the what is the world of dress shoes. I can't go over that with you. They make cancellation policy. So if you register for an event and there's like an event cost on it, if you don't if you have to, cancel for any reason, cancel in at least 7 days, at least 24 hours. If you cancel if you don't cancel within 24 hours and there's an event cost, you're going to be charged for that cost for the simple reason that you're taking somebody else's spot. Register in advance for events, but if you do have to cancel, kind of even just give us a call. That's what I was going to say is, a lot of our events, if an event, because we do have limited spots, if an event says it's full but you wanted to go, give us a call. Most of the time we can let you come, we put limits on there for fire marshal codes and make sure there's nobody, and not everybody, signs up and all that stuff. Call us, in the program, I put my phone number in here, events@adventures.com, your logins, your email, passwords welcome. So all that's in there, and you can just give us a call even and, register for an event. Or maybe you're already registered for the Wrigley Mansion and you're driving and, you want to invite somebody, because you want to bring a guest. Just give us a call, and let us know we're bringing a guest. So you don't have to log online.
Right.
You can do either way, and when you click on this, right up at the top it will say sign up. If you scroll down, it will say what time it is. A kind of a description of it. And I'll actually show you that here if you want. Yeah, we'll do that.
Yeah.
And that way it will be real easy. Actually, while you're doing that, we'll do this one. So what that's saying is
right.
For any events that do have an event cost, I recommend putting a card on file. And what that does is if there is a $10 cost, for trampoline dodgeball, $12. When you sign up for it, we'll just put it right onto your card, and that way you can just show up and have a good time, or you have the choice, paying in advance, which is kind of a hassle.
Well, there's no way to have one on file, but I don't know if that doesn't make sense.
Take it off. You can put one on file,
but
take it off, and change it. You can do all. It's very user friendly, yes. But everybody who does want to pay.
Sometimes I put things on my Disney card just to get my points off of it, but it doesn't always have. I don't want to have that be the fallback one.
No, it's not like that. And so if you wanted, you can. We'll put one in. I already kind of put this one down on it, and I can change that, obviously. And then you can put another one in, and so and then you can select it, So if you're going to register for an event and you want to use your Disney card to get the points or whatever it is, you can just change it on your.
Okay.
It's real easy. You just go to my profile, credit card information, and I can show you.
Okay. Trying to come up with the last one. I'm so tired.
Fair enough. And two's usually good enough. And
Okay.
I'll let you kind of wait on that one. Let's kind of go over this real quick so I can get you out of here. So just basic stuff. We took another $200 off the contract today, so for the $500 off total. So you're paying the $17.95 and your $360 in dues for the total $21.55. There's not going to be any monthly payments or any monthly charges or anything like that, which is good. This is the card I have on file for your dues and events. There. And then, I'm going to go over the back with you. You are 21 years old.
Mm-hmm. If
you fall off a mountain, it's not our fault. No matter what whatever your family says, it's not our fault. Membership space. This is your membership and yours alone. We also work hard to make sure people are qualified to meet you. If they're not, let us know so we can take the necessary actions. All right to cancel your membership. If you're a freak, you're gone. Don't get drunk and punch people. Don't be the person that other people are talking to us about. Again, I went over your right to cancel with you. Your freeze time. Do you understand your freeze time?
Not really, but I understand the concept of it, yes.
So you have 3 months freeze time total, and it's very important you understand this because it is. It's pretty much adding 3 months on your membership. When you're not going to be using, if there's 3 weeks when you're not going to go to anything and you know it, pause your account for 30 days. You know, even
So
though you have to
does it
start
even
it
work
up
for like a
30 days.
week or?
You can't do it for anything less than 30 days, you know, but I think if you do it for 30 days, you know, and then you stop it and it has a week left, I think they tag that back onto your freeze time total. We're not going to nickel and dime you for freeze time though. Like if something comes up and you need some more freeze time for the most part, just give us a call. You know, I'm not going to promise anything, but you know,
Because I can't imagine being gone for 30 days anywhere.
Right, exactly. And you know,
like a week sometimes, but
100%. And you know, it's just there for like if you don't have surgery, you know, or when you want to use it. But use your freeze time, play with it, you know, manipulate it, like as you already are kind of thinking about. Do that to get the most out of it. We're never gonna, you know, send you junk mail or anything like that. We do take pictures at the events, so you know if you don't like your picture taken, membership, basic stuff. Or actually, what this says is we don't membership policy. We don't have like member cards or anything like that, but if we did, you'd have the right to one. Club relocation, this just says we have the right to move offices because we are. Late fees are $20. You don't have to worry about anything like that. Government law, initials that you understand your freeze time. Signature, print name and signature. And then, trying to get you here as soon as I can.
how often are things like completely booked?
Like all events filled up?
Mm-hmm.
Not very often.
Most of like we try not to make our events where they can get to that way. Like we have enough people, you know, there. A lot like at the same time, you know, like whitewater rafting. The last day of, you know, we'll have a lot of. Most of the time, we fill up our events, you know, with just people that want to do things on the last day, last minute of things that we'll fill up. But even then, you know, we can make exceptions, and you know, so I'd definitely say put our name in there in your phone because it is, you know, when you're on the run or maybe knowing of it, you know, and then you didn't register for it. Just drop us a call, you know, and that way you can see if maybe the meeting spot changed, you know, and just kind of get updated on that. Okay. Where's the rest of that? Yeah. I'm so glad that you mentioned that my room is hot and that I was sweating because nobody believes me when I'm in here. Like, they think it's a joke that I play on them because I'll turn the cooler down to 50 before I go into my office because I'm like, I have to get as much cold air in here as possible before it changes. And then I'll get you a copy here if you want to sign your life away there for me. I'll bring you your copy and I'll staple your copy of your receipt to it and we'll put it in your folder for you. So, what event were we talking about signing up for? Which one did you think your first event was going to be? Did you say you were going to make that? Or did you want to maybe just check it out on your own?
I'll be busy this whole day,
Okay.
Unfortunately. So, I'll probably do that one.
Okay.
I think I'm available that day. Unless I'm laying my hardwood floors. Can I make that an event?
Well, you could make that an event.
Come over to my house and help me finish it.
We actually have some people, I talked to some people that were into the home restoration, you know, maybe you'll meet them and they'll come help you and give you ideas.
I've got all the ideas, it's just the time and know how to do it.
I like that. Yeah, the idea.
I even have all the materials in most cases.
You just need manpower. You need
Yeah, and I need time. Time.
That's right. Time is money. Yeah. When I was here in Lane, the girl in the room, she was like, she looked at me, she was trying to plan any of these events by yourself, with your friends. I couldn't do it. I was like, it's impossible. She was like, how much time would that take? And I was like, you bring up a good point.
I actually like planning things.
Really? So
Yeah.
member host might be for you later on,
Yeah.
after you've been a member for a while. And not only do we pay you, rent out the place, all you have to do is, plan it and show up and teach or do whatever it is.
Love planning things.
Karen,
I
you
mean, like I
practice?
said, I planned, every time I go to, like, Disneyland or Disney World, like, I have the whole schedule down to a T, and, like, when I went to Europe, I had everything. I had all the hotels booked before I went. I had, my schedule laid out, the whole
You
thing.
are a planner.
Yes, very much so.
Oh, you're
See, my planner. That's why I don't have time.
That's fun. This is actually the validation card. So you just give them this
okay.
downstairs. And then
I completely forgot about that, so that's good.
And if you want to kind of step over here, I'll have a seat over here. I'll show you this. Alright, so eventsandofenterest.com kind of looks like this. It'll say member login. You just click up here. Go to member. Your email address. Type in your password, which yours first is going to be welcome. And I should have this up and run for you first thing tomorrow morning. I'll have it up. I will. And then when you're there, we'll have your credit card on file. Normally, it'll take you to your home page, which you'll be able to see, and it will show you things like this on your home page, like our upcoming trip to Europe, so you can read about it.
Yeah, not happening anytime soon.
Right. And then, this is my calendar, obviously, because I don't have you put in the system yet, which I apologize for. That's just kind of the lateness right now. So, the art museum, if you're signed up for it, it'll say signed up, you can give feedback if it's already passed. And you can change calendars right here, if you want to go into, so let's see, April. And then right there, Wrigley Mansion, you can kind of, so let's see here, seen and be seen, or actually, here, let's go to the one you want to go to. Computers. Am I the only person that doesn't like computers? So your morning hike at Estrella Mountain. So, headed to Estrella Mountain. So it starts at 8 a.m. is when the hike's going to take off. So you have event is available. I'm not signed up for the event. Sign up. West Vineyard Avenue, Goodyear, so it's out in Goodyear. Like I said, we do events all over. There's a phone number there, map, website, directions, from 9 to 10, obviously. All of our members have a host, so this is Warren. He's a lot of fun. He's a member host, and you can click on their photo. This is us going skip snowboarding. This is Warren. He's a funny man. I love his picture. He's such a creepy. He's so funny. I can't wait to be like, Warren, what kind of smile is that? So that's a member. So Warren's he's a fun host. So you kind of look for him. He'll introduce you around. If you go there, he'll have a big sign or, a thing that says ENA or clipboard. You'll be able to recognize them. So, attire, comfy shoes, hiking. So right now, 9 people are signed up. There's no limit on this event. Exactly. Message Rachel Landu, this is for carpooling. She picks up people for carpooling. A lot of people carpool. It's a good way to get to know people. So, you go to my events and then, mini golfing, dually pianos, outdoor sand. Let's say you want to go to sand volleyball, the sign up cancels right up here, so you can read about it again. If I wanted to sign up, we'd go sign up, cancel. It's already going to be, I want to sign up for this event. It's already selected for you. You just click, yes, I have read the waivers. If you want to read the waivers, they're up here at the top. It'll tell you if there's an event cost, venue cost, or anything like that. If you have event credit, like I said, you'll probably, in your membership, you'll probably get a referral. It's show a picture of trampoline dodgeball.
Require me to know people, though.
Right. You'd be surprised when you're out eating dinner, or whatever it is. Somebody's maybe if you have any event credit or anything like that, it goes right there. A lot of times, maybe we're at Dave & Buster's, they'll do something, for event credit. It's like, the first person to do this gets event credit. So it tells you if you have any credit there. If you want to put a guest, any carpool information if you need a carpool, or if you can also pick somebody up. Comments if you want to just comment, and then submit it, and then it will register you. And then when you go back to my events, and you look in April, it will say signed up. You'll be all registered, and you can go through all of our events. And like I said, a lot of our events, when we get a discount, you get a discount, and those are going to kind of be independent on the ones. So look, because a lot of them have great values and everything like that. As far as it goes, you'll be able to log on tomorrow to your own thing. Again, welcome. And then I will sign you up for that. I'll have you sign up for the morning hike at Estrella Mountain. I will do that for you tomorrow morning. And then other than that, you're good to go. Do you have any questions for me?
I don't think so right now.
Fair enough. You got your bottle of water, your ticket validation. This is for you. I put a copy of everything in there for you.
Okay.
Stapled. And take that stuff. You did come up with a third reason. I'll leave that one blank. That's fine.
Yeah.
Two's enough.
Having a brain fart.
Yeah, it's late. I have brain farts, but
It's late and my brain's still processing everything.
Right.
So. Alright.
Well, definitely. And then, did you park on B2?
On what?
The level B2, basement 2?
I have no idea. Parked on whatever
The first floor
level is, yeah.
Your B2, and that's why most people don't know, so I like to remind them.
Okay. Yeah, it's pretty easy to find it. Just go back through the entrance right across from the door.
Yep, 100%. So, on the elevator, should let you just go down. You're all coordinated. Even your pants have the pink tint to it. I thought they were white, but now
No, they're pink.
I realize now I was mistaken. Oh, and they have a pink zipper.
Yes,
Everything
do.
about it is pink. Like, you are pinked out. I like it.
Yeah.
Styling.
I don't normally. I'm not usually a girly girl, but yeah.
It happened. Well, it was a pleasure talking to you. It was a pleasure getting to know you. And I'll hope to see you out there.
Yeah. Sure, I will.
Right, exactly. Enjoy.
Bye.
Bye. Oh, sorry about that. I know that one went long, but it happened.